Hello and welcome to day 3 of 25 Days Strong. Today, I'm excited. We are doing upper body, which I absolutely love. We are going to take this back to how we did the day 1, which is going to be circuits of 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. But before we start, let's stretch it out. I want you to get your arms long, pull them, pulse them behind your shoulder line, and then you're gonna come across and hug. Pull them apart, pulse a little bit, and hug. Just stretching out the chest before we get ready, making sure that the blood is a-pumping. Next one, take one arm above your head, bend the elbow. With the other arm, you're going to pull that elbow, stretch that tricep. And switch, stretch that tricep. Other side, switch, just stretching your arms. And stretch. Whew. Final one, take your hand. With the other hand, you're gonna press on your fingertips and straighten out your arm and pull those fingertips back. Stretch out your forearms and your biceps. Switch sides, pull those fingertips back. Today, we are going to need a lighter pounds of weight. So I'm using 10-pound weights today for everything. 5s would be great, 10s are great, even body weight is great, but whatever feels good for you, that's what we're gonna be using. All right, so first exercise, we're gonna be on the ground and we need the 10-pound weights. I will show you what we're doing, but I'm gonna get my intervals started. We have 40 seconds of work. All right, on the ground, on your back, with the dumbbells, we are bridging up. Press your hips to the sky. Arms are over your chest, drop your elbows, bend them, touch them to the ground, press them back up. Down to the ground, press it back up. So we are keeping our hips up the entire time and we are bending our elbows so that our triceps touch the ground, press them back up. Doing great, we're halfway through. Good, bring it on down and up. Down and up, almost done. Down and up. Last one and up. All right, we are standing up using the 10-pound weights. For this one, we are going to be bent over with a flat back. You are going to row up, down, and then you're gonna make a bowl and pull your shoulder blades together. All right, so we are starting in about 4 seconds. I want you to be bent over, so bend your knees, bend over. We are rowing up, down, pull your hands apart, make a bowl, and down. I'll show you from the side. We are going up, down, pull them apart, and down. Up, down, pull apart, and down. Up, down, pull apart, and down. Nice and controlled. Doing great, and down, up, down, pull apart, and down. One more, up, down, pull apart, and down. All right, resting for 20 seconds. The next one's going to be an alternating overhead press. Still using those weights. Also, if you feel free to get a lighter pair of weights for when we do shoulders, because those do fatigue faster. All right, we got about 5 seconds. Let's bring those weights up into a field goal position and we are going to press up, alternate, up, and up. Just coming back into that field goal shape and pressing straight up and straightening that elbow. Doing great. Feel free to take this as slow as you need to. 40 seconds is a long time to do an isometric hold with the weights. Doing great. Feeling the burn already. That's a great sign. Good, almost done. Good, one more on the other side and rest. All right, next is gonna be a bicep curl. We're gonna do hammer curls, which means we're gonna be in a thumbs up position, a neutral position for bicep curls. But we've still got rest. We've got about 10 seconds of rest. Whew. Get nice and warmed up. All right, we are starting. I like to put one foot in front of the other just for balance. And you are going to curl up and down. Curl up and down, almost touching those weights to your shoulders. Biggest thing about this one, lock in your elbows to your sides and curl up, making sure that you're not pulling back. You should feel this directly in your biceps and nowhere else. So making a really wide angle instead of pulling back and up. Wide angle. Doing great. Whew. All right, almost done. Good, one more. Perfect. All right, go ahead and rest. The next one's gonna be a tricep kickback. We are going to be bent over like we were for our rows. Your starting position is up in the row, and you are going to straighten those elbows and bring them back. These are one of my favorites. I love triceps. All right, let's get bent over. Row those arms up. Now we are straightening the elbows and bringing them back. Straighten the elbows, bring them back. If you want a little bit more burn, twist those hands. Twist your pinky towards the ground, your thumb towards the sky. Twist them and you're gonna feel a little bit of extra burn in those triceps. Doing great. Over halfway. Whew. Feeling the burn. 10 seconds left. Whew. Good. One more. Awesome. Last exercise is gonna be a lateral raise. These ones are gonna be rough to do for 40 seconds, okay? So go as slow as you need to. Drop down in weight if you need to as well. But these are gonna be tough. We're just lifting our arms out to the side. I'm probably gonna fail. So I'm ready to fail. I'm ready to grab a lighter pair of dumbbells if I need it. All right, and let's go. Lift them up and down. Up and down. It's so important that you don't use momentum. So no swinging up. Keep a nice engaged core, knees are bent, lift to the side and down. Up and down. Up and down. We are over halfway. We can do it. Up and down. Whew, these burn like no other. Doing great. Good, keep that head steady. And we are done. All right, go ahead and rest. So that was our first time through. We have 2 more times, and then we are getting into that finisher set like we did that first day. But we have 2 more times through. We're taking a minute of break, and then we will get started. Grab your water, stretch a little bit if you need to. Mentally prepare yourself. I don't know about you guys, but after yesterday's leg day, my legs are screaming. My knees, my quads, my hamstrings, everything is screaming. Whew. All right, continue to take that rest and just relax. Day 3, we can do this. We can do this. Upper body is the best. It's the best in the whole world. Oh, I've been looking forward to this one. All right, we've got about 20 seconds left. The first one, we're on the ground. We're doing that glute bridge with the chest press, making sure that your hips are up the entire time. So we got about 15 seconds. Let's get into position and get ready. All right, laying on back. Okay, we are going to press those hips to the ceiling. Press them up. All right. Go down into your press straight back up and squeeze. Down, press back up and squeeze. Make sure you keep those hips up the entire time. Whew. Doing great. Second time through, we can do this. Nice and controlled. If you feel yourself wobbling, it means you need to tighten that core. Squeeze your stomach. 10 seconds left. Good. One more rep. All right, go ahead and rest. The next one is going to be a bent row to a rear delt fly. This feels nice and relaxed today. I'm loving it. Different vibe from the leg day we had. All right. And we are ready to go. Bend over. You're going to row those weights up, down, pull apart, and down. Up, down, pull apart, and down. Make sure that you're squeezing your shoulder blades together when you're doing the rear delt fly. Really, really squeeze those shoulder blades. Nice neutral head. Make sure you're not moving your head too much or using momentum. Nice and controlled. Doing great. We got one more rep. Up, down, apart, and down. All right, next one's gonna be the alternating overhead press. Whew, we are doing great. Feel free to drop down and wait for these if you need to. Whew. All right, up, and we are alternating. Press up, and up, and up, up. Doing great. Control your breathing. I know it's only day 3, but I already feel like my breathing is getting a little bit better. I'm sure you as the viewers are gonna disagree with me, but personally, I feel like just 3 days of working out in a row has already helped my cardiovascular health so much. So I'm excited to see where it goes. One more rep and rest. Next one is a bicep curl, a hammer curl in a thumbs up position. All right, put one foot in front of the other. Make sure you're not using momentum. We're using pure strength of the biceps, and let's curl up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's day 3. If you haven't already, I really suggest writing down your goals for these 25 days. What are you trying to get out of this? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to learn the exercises and learn good form? Are you trying to start a routine? What are you trying to do? I want to know. Comment it, message me with it, but I want to know what your goals are for these 25 days. Good, and rest. It's always important to set goals, because if not, we're just aimlessly going through life. So make sure you set some goals, whatever it may be. Mine personally, I'm hoping to lose weight. I'm excited to see how much weight I can lose in the next 25 days. I want to focus on my eating, and I also want to make a routine where by the end of the 25 days, oops, stop talking, tricep kickbacks, and kick it back. By the end of the 25 days, I want this to be a routine where I feel weird if I don't work out. That's what I'm looking to get out of this. Good, so bending the elbows, kicking it straight back, straightening the elbows when you kick back. You can twist your thumbs up to the sky for a little extra burn. Doing great, keep your spine neutral, head is neutral. We are almost done. Doing great. One more. And rest. All right, last exercise, lateral raises, and then we rest for a minute. Whew. I don't know if you can hear that. My knees are cracking up a storm. That it will not be the last time that happens today or during this entire thing. All right, we've got lateral raises, one foot in front of the other for stability, and raise it up and down, up and down. Slow and controlled. If you speed through these, you're gonna burn out really quick. Make sure it's slow and controlled. Doing great. Whew. Feeling the burn. Ten seconds left. Awesome, almost done. 5, good. Last one, and done. All right, guys, go ahead and grab some water, stretch it out. We have one more time through. And then after that, we go into our finisher. We'll just take a break. Whew. Doing great, guys. I already feel happier knowing that I'm doing this today. We're halfway through the entire workout. If you made it this far, you might as well finish it, but doesn't it feel great just knowing that your workout's about to be done for the day and you did it and you've stuck to it for 3 days? That's amazing. Seems small, but it's not. All right, we've got about 20 seconds. We're starting with our first one, which is the glute bridge chest press. All right, let's do it. 20. Oh, now we have 15 seconds. Must have looked at the clock wrong. Sorry, guys. All right, get in position, feet on the floor, a little bit close to your butt, hip width apart. We are pressing it up. Get those weights up, and let's go. Take it down, press it up. Take it down, press it up. Down and up. Doing great. Last time doing all of these exercises. You can do this. Doing great. Down and up. Readjust your feet if you feel like your hips are falling. Bring your feet closer to your butt. You should also be feeling this in your quads, so the tops of your legs and also your glutes. Last rep and rest. All right, next one's gonna be a bent over row with a rear delt fly. Last time doing it. Thank goodness. I gotta say, rear delt flies are one of my least favorite exercises. All right, bend the knees, bend over. We are rowing up, down, pull it apart and down. Up, down, pull apart and down. Up, down, pull apart and down. Doing great. Up, down, pull apart and down. If you're feeling this in your lower back, make sure you're sticking your butt out like when we do our deadlifts, because it's possible that you could be arching your back and causing some lower back pain. So just make sure you tuck that stomach in, flex your stomach, and push that butt out. Okay, last rep. Finish it. And done with those for the day. All right, we've got alternating overhead press. We're doing awesome. Feeling it, feeling a little winded, getting a little sweaty, arms hurt, but we're doing it. All right, we've got 5 seconds. Let's get those hands up, field goal position, and we are pressing up and up. This one, it's so important to control that breath. When you press up, you're breathing out, bring it back down, breathing in. Doing great. We're halfway there. Awesome. Whew, starting to get winded. Starting to feel the burn. All right, 5 seconds left, guys. Doing great, and rest. All right, bicep curls. Bicep curls, tricep kickbacks, and lateral raises are all we have left of the circuit. Oh boy, all right. 1 foot in front of the other, elbows locked at your side, and we are curling up and slowly going down. Curl up, slowly go down. Up and down, doing great. Up and down. Make sure that your hands are away from your body when you're curling up instead of coming here. We should not be moving our elbows backwards at all. They should be staying at the midline of our body. Doing awesome. 10 seconds left. Doing great. Last rep. Good, and rest. 20 seconds of rest, and then we have tricep kickbacks. So close to finishing this. Whew. 10 seconds until we start. Feet shoulder width apart. Let's bend those knees. Row those arms up, and we are kicking back and go. Kick back. Just bending and straightening the elbows. That's all this is. Doing great, guys. Constantly be checking your form. Are your knees still bent? Is your butt out? Is your back flat? Take a little inventory of what you're doing. Almost done, 10 seconds. One more rep. Awesome. All right. Go ahead and rest. We have lateral raises. Last time doing lateral raises. Whew, we can do it. We can do this. All right, one foot in front of the other. Arms at your side, nice and tall. We are lifting them up in 3, 2, and 1. Up, down, up, down. Doing great. Up and down. Feeling like very close to failure, but we're gonna push through. Enjoy the pain, enjoy the burn. Whew. We're doing great, almost done. Whew. 10 seconds left, that's it, 10 seconds. Whew. Awesome. One more rep, let's get it. Go up and down. All right, guys. We are done with our circuit portion. Okay, this is what we got. We've got 4 exercises. We have 10 reps of most of them, 4 reps of one of them. We're gonna go through it 3 times. Pause me if you need to. This will not be timed. You're going with me for reps. I'm gonna take minimal rest in between, and we're gonna get this done with, okay? So, first one is gonna be an inchworm. You're gonna need some space for this. So make sure that you clear out an area for you to do this. So, first one's an inchworm. I'm gonna show it to you and then we'll do it. So, arms are going up to the sky, down to your toes. Let's walk out into a plank, hold for a beat, and walk back up. It's okay to bend your knees. All right, so that's our first exercise. We have 4 reps. Let's do it. All right, up, hands to the ground. Let's walk, 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 walk. Hold it and walk it back. And all the way up to the sky. That's 1. Down, walk. Walk it out to a plank. Hold it, walk it back. And stand. 2, down. Walk it out, hold it, and walk it back. That's 3, one more. Get it done with. Walk it out, and walk it back. And that is 4. All right, grab your weights. We are on the ground in a plank, okay? I'm gonna show you the sideways version of this, okay? So, you can either have your hands on the dumbbells in the plank or to the side. It's all about your feeling of security and stability, okay? I'm gonna go to the outside of them. You are going to take one weight and you're gonna row and put it down. Switch to the other side, row up, put it down. We have 10 on each side, so row, row is 1 rep. All right, are we ready? Let's get it. Grab it, row, switch to the other side, row, rocking back and forth, row, whoo, row. That's 2, row, ooh, row, that's 3. If you need a modification, drop to your knees, row. Just make sure that your weight is forward so that you are still feeling it in your core. Doing great. That's 5. I'm gonna pop back up. All right, row, row, 6, row, row, 7, row, row, that's 8, almost done. Row, 9, row, and 10. Woo, that one's tough. All right. For that one, feel free to drop to your knees. If it's hurting your wrist, go up on your knuckles. All right. Next one, we're gonna be on our backs. You're gonna need your dumbbells. All right. I want you to press your weights together. They're close, close, close. You are going to bring this down to your chest, and when you do, your elbows are gonna slide across your sides of your body. You're gonna press back up, and then you're gonna do a fly, which is the reverse of what we did with our rows, okay? So you're making a bowl or like an umbrella over the top of you with the dumbbells. Okay, so we're gonna go down. So bring it down to your chest, bend the elbows, press it back up, and now fly. Make a giant umbrella until your triceps touch the ground. Bring them back up. Go down, up, apart, and together. Down, up, apart, and together. Doing great. Down, up, apart, and together. Doing awesome. All right, I think that's 6. We're gonna call it 6. Doing great. That's 7. Whew. That's 8. Bring it down, up, apart. 9, down, up, apart, and that is 10. All right. Last exercise in this circuit, and then we repeat it 2 more times. All right, I'm gonna turn to the side. This is similar to our Russian twist. So I want you to lean back. If you can have your feet up, that's awesome. If not, heels on the ground, you're leaning back. Make sure your back is nice and straight. I don't want you to be slouched. 1 of your dumbbells is what we need. All right, so feet are gonna be off the ground. You are going to press this up above your head. 10 reps. Okay, we can do this. Feet are up, and we are pressing up. 2, 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! All right, guys, minimal rest, okay? Pause me if you need to. Personally, I wanna get this done with. So I'm gonna get right back into it. 4 inchworms. All right, up, and we are walking it out into a plank. And walk it back, and that is 1. Whew. Walk it out. Doing great. And that's 2. Walk it out. And that's 3. 1 more. Walk it out. And stand up. That's a 4. All right. Grab those dumbbells. This is the hardest one for me in the entire thing. I'm gonna go for my knees this time, and I might hold the dumbbells this time too. All right, we are rowing, Renegades rows. Bring your butt with you if you are on your knees. Make sure you're not sitting back, and we are rowing. Row, row, 2, row. This is still difficult even if you're from your knees. Row, 4, row, 5, row, 6, row, 7, row, 8, almost done. Row, 9, and 10. Woo! All right, flip it on over. We are on the ground with a close grip chest press and a fly. Whew. That one just gets my heart rate going. All right, put the weights together over your chest. Bend the elbows. Take the weights down to your stomach and chest. Up and apart and together. Down, up, apart, together. Down, up, apart, and together. Doing awesome. Whew. Good. That's 5. Down, up, apart. That's 6. Down, up, apart. That is 7. Almost done. Whew. And that's 8. 2 more. Up, apart. 9. Last one. Up, apart. And that is 10. All right, everyone. Let's get into our last exercise in this circuit. 1 dumbbell. All right. Feet in the air, leaning back. Overhead press for 10. Let's get it. All right, feet are up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great news and some bad news. Great news is we're almost done. Bad news is we have to do those 4 one more time. So let's get it done with. I'm gonna take a drink of water and then I'm getting into it. Last time through. All right, here we go. Inchworms, 4 reps. Take it up, down, walk it out, and walk it back. Good. 1, walk it out. And that's 2, doing great. Walk it out. And 3. 1 more. And 4. We did it, okay. 30 reps until we are done with this workout. Get your dumbbells. We've got renegade rows. I'm gonna go for my knees for 5 and then my toes for 5. Try to push myself a little bit more. All right, here we go. And we are rowing up, and that's 1. Up, that's 2. Up, that's 3. Up, 4. Up, and 5. I'm gonna go up on my hands, rowing up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. And 10. I'll be honest, those weren't the prettiest, but I got them done with. Okay, 20 reps and then we are done. Next one, on your back. Weights are together. Let's bring them down to our chest. Up, fly, and together. Down, up, fly. 2, down, up, fly. 3, down, up, fly. That's 4. Fly. Doing great. Fly. That's 6. Ooh, they're burning. Down, up, fly. That's 7. Down, up, fly. That is 8. We're almost done. Down, up, fly. 9. One more. Down, up, fly. Yes. 10. All right. Last exercise. We can do this. Let's get it done with. Oh boy. All right. Let's get those feet off the ground. Overhead press and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Oh, give yourself a pat on the back if you can move your arms. Started out so confident with that workout and ended very, very much on fire. Whew. Thanks for being here with me today. Tomorrow we have abs, okay? Get ready, get set. Your core is gonna be on fire. It's gonna hurt to laugh. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here with me today. Bye.